Hello.
Hello out there. We're the Downsized. I'm Laraine Durham.
And I'm Christopher Durham. And this, as Laraine said, is the Downsized as we get ready for, gosh, how many lives have we done now?
I don't know. I was supposed to count them.
I was just curious.
I thought you were counting them.
I don't know how to count, so it's all good. Anyway, so let's do the rest of the intro.
Barb's here. Hey, Barb.
Barb, we've been missing you, girl. Good to see you. You and I need to chat. So you might be the only person here right now, Barb. That's okay. We love you. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm Christopher Durham, Laraine Durham. In case you haven't joined us before, we always like to tell you a little bit about us. Why do we matter?
Why do we matter?
Yeah.
We matter.
We started this crazy YouTube channel in March.
We did on my birthday in March. And we've been taking Tirzepatide in various forms for 40 weeks. Tomorrow we'll take our 41st shot.
Mm-hmm.
And together we added it up for how much have we lost together?
Total, I have no idea. 120 some odd pounds. I wasn't adding yours up. I was adding mine up.
I've lost 50 and you've lost
74.
So 50 plus 74 is 120
something.
I don't know. Math.
Somebody
Math
brighter
is
than me.
mathing. So that's how much we've lost. I've been on compounded Tirzepatide since September 29th of 2023. And Christopher has been he started on compounded Tirzepatide. He went to Mounjaro. There were shortages. He went to Zepbound. There were shortages. He went back to compounded. And Christopher, do you see any difference from
No, none whatsoever.
mix to mix, pin to pin?
Other than you still haven't learned how to say Zepbound with a P.
Zepbound.
What's funny is ask her what university she went to.
Clemson.
She usually says Clemson
I
with a P.
say Clemson.
With a P, yeah.
No, sir. Anyway, I have a quote that I came across in the land of motivational weight loss quotes. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't do. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you think you can't do. So I never thought I could get to my goal weight. And I have not ever been at my goal weight in my adult life. So it's very exciting. And now I'm here, and I don't know if that makes me stronger, but I thought the quote was fun.
Let's hope.
All right.
Let's hope. Anyway, so we've got lots of folks joining us, a little bit more intro, and then we'll jump in and talk to you guys. Of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I have a giant button here. Please like and subscribe. If you don't like that, I also have an astronaut. It greatly helps us out, and it spreads the word. It just tells YouTube that we have good content.
That people watch us.
Yeah, that people watch us, and it's exciting.
People like us.
So absolutely, looks like we're up to doing good.
So also, please remember we are not doctors. Please consult your medical professional before starting any weight loss or exercise journey.
Or adjusting any of it, honestly.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, make sure you go and visit our website, the Downsized, thedownsized.org. There's a great resources page that has a lot of the links that we talk about in the research, and you can the FDA, Eli Lilly, all kinds of fun stuff, as well as our Amazon affiliate store. So you guys have been very supportive. We appreciate it. We make a little bit of a commission. We're associates for them, so we're affiliates.
Things that I like, things we use, things I endorse.
So absolutely.
Fiber gummies. Yay.
Yeah.
Everybody got your water?
But you do you. Yeah.
Everybody drink water. Water break.
And then we always... Do you want to do a dance break now, too?
No, there's no dance.
Break down.
There's no dancing in YouTube. Oh, wait. I think there's no crying in baseball.
I think there is dancing in YouTube. And then why don't you tell them about the Downsized Dish as well?
The Downsized Dish. So I do a weekly interview series where I talk to people at all parts of their weight loss journey that are using GLP-1 medications. If you'd like to come on the Downsized Dish, send me an email to ldurham@folio28.com. And if you forget that, just go to our website and there's a contact us button, thedownsized.org.
And if you haven't watched this week's, please go and do it. The gentleman who I interviewed from Australia, James Newberry, has just a fascinating story and a fascinating perspective on everything that's going on here. He's pretty early in his journey, but he has, like a lot of people out there, been on that weight loss grind since, what do you say, 10?
Since age 10. Check. We've got a mom of 7 here. Hi, mom of 7. She posted like a really cool
I have no idea.
picture before and after that. Well, she showed it to me, or did you post it, or did she show it to me? Anyway, congratulations, mom of 7, on your weight loss. And I think the interesting thing about her is that she has 7 children, number one. And she homeschools several of the younger ones. So she spends all her time running around them or homeschooling them. So she doesn't really do much in the way of exercise per se. It's more of a active movement, running around type of stuff. So it all adds up.
Good for you. Good for you, mom of 7. My kids would know no math if I homeschooled them, because I don't know any.
He's bad at math.
So let's see who's here. Barb from Health at Any Cost.
Hey, Barb.
Barb, good to see you back. I hope you're feeling better. Pam Kemper, hello. Lindy Lou too, hello. You can read some, Laraine.
Hi, PA just passed PBM reform, so that means
That's cinnamon.
PBM reform. What's that mean, Christopher?
We did a whole story on it.
It's the
You got it.
medical. It's
benefits manager.
Pharmacy benefits
There
manager. Woo! Tell her what he's won.
There's a whole video.
Tell her
Did you
what she's won.
Did you watch
Jim.
the video?
Did I watch the video?
No.
You did the video.
I did the video.
I didn't watch it.
And the viewership on that one's kind of
No,
slow. That one's a little. If you're not wonky, that one's a little dull.
Yeah, I mean, the pharmacy benefit manager thing is just another piece of the.
You were on that video too.
Of the insurance thing that is so hard to like really understand, and what gets through insurance and what doesn't. And these pharmacy benefit managers are kind of like gatekeepers and decide
all this stuff, right?
All this stuff.
So hopefully with Pennsylvania doing, you get a couple of good sized states doing it, and it'll drag the other states with them. So let's hope. Janet from Ann Arbor says, good evening all. Hello, Janet. Here's Barb again. Cinnamon, looking it up now. How cool. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be in the news story this week, by the way. So
CTS Diva. Hello.
CTS Diva. CTS Diva looks young in that picture. Don Kowalski says, nope. Says, hi, Christopher. Hi, Laraine. Everyone, great to be here live. Wendy Castagna. Make sure if you have any questions, you pop them in there. Hello. Always happy to talk. Isabel Medina. Hello from Miami, Florida, all the way to the bottom of the country.
Hello.
And there's Mom of 7. Hi from Pennsylvania. Barb says the PBM show was fabulous.
I think you meant she means your show with the Australian.
Oh, maybe
gentleman.
Maybe behind. I think.
You're a little behind.
Yeah, you
need to pick up the pace, little Christopher.
Well, there's a
very fast-paced show.
There's a delay in the way streaming works. That's just life.
All right.
Mom of 7 says hello, Donna B.
Donna B.
Keanu Neo. I don't think we've seen you, Keanu Neo. Good to see you. Love your video. Thank you. Keanu Neo says hi from New Jersey.
What exit are you on? I'm just kidding.
I'm sure. You don't know anything about New Jersey, do you?
I don't.
Let's see. Donna B says she just reached 50 pounds like Laraine.
Yay.
All right.
Are you done, Donna B? Or are you still going? I'm throwing confetti for you. Yay. Oh, look, I did it right. Watch.
You get the timing?
Watch. Yay.
Oh, yeah, you got it. There
I don't
you
know
go.
if I'm a... Christopher actually has 3 screens that we're looking
4.
at here. Yeah, there's 4 screens. We have a lot of technology. I don't know. He's my technical advisor. So can I read from this screen or not? About the red
that's
states?
why I said that one's just for you.
Oh, okay. Show that one. So hate to politicize the PBM reform, but the red states are likely not reforming the PBM space.
I think it's interesting. We live in the state of North Carolina and have a great governor that's being considered.
Roy Cooper for VP.
Being considered for VP. Kentucky also has a governor who is in the running. So
I think it's going to be the guy,
it's not
the astronaut from Arizona. Is who's going to be it.
And I think if we continue this conversation, the goal should be to non-politicize it. The goal should be to make sure that everybody gets the health care and the access to these medications that they need.
Yeah.
I don't care who's president for that. So,
well, we do care, but
please don't drag us down that hole.
But this isn't
this isn't
not
a political show.
It's not a political show. Let's see. Hi from Ohio. Thank you for the info. Also using Mochi. So should we talk about Mochi for a minute?
You can say Ann Flanagan's name too. You got to make sure you give Ann a call out there.
Flanagan. So I use Mochi Health, as you guys know who have been watching. And if you want to join Mochi Health, you can save $40 on your first order by using my discount code, which I think is QIY08. We'll have links to it in the places that we have. The places. So a lot of people have been buzzing around this week with talk of Mochi Health and Hallandale parting ways. So Hallandale is the compounding pharmacy I've gotten all of my shipments from for compounded Tirzepatide. I've been very happy with Hallandale Pharmacy. So now I hear that Mochi is not using Hallandale anymore. Mel Bethel was also making a comment about that. So yeah, I don't know. I sent Mochi a message. I asked if their CEO would like to come on our show and talk to us and do an interview.
Yep.
And
she's going to do it.
They said yes, but nothing's scheduled yet. So stay tuned. There's a lot of he said, she said in this whole thing, and I don't know. You know, we don't know anything. All we know is that
I've read all the Reddits and all of that stuff. Yeah. We don't really know the truth of any of it, so we decided to go straight to the top and see what we could find out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And when we do, we'll have them on and let you guys hear what they have to say.
Yeah,
I can tell you, we have been with Mochi since when?
Since February of
and haven't had any issues. So we're all of the murmurings and the politics and in the netherverse out there not happening. It's not a real word. Not happening.
Donna B says she has 10 more pounds to go. Yay.
Yep.
Yay, Donna B. Okay, you're so close. So
close. You got this, girl.
So close. Michael Clanton says, I got a smart scale, so more info to keep my mind active. Don't you love data? I love the data. I love to see the muscle mass and the bone mass and the water percentage and the little things that tell me if I'm overweight or not overweight, or the little scales. The only thing I don't like about my smart scale is it says I'm a year older than I actually am, and it makes me
I have no
mad.
idea how that's calculated.
How is that calculated? Because everything else for me is now getting into the green ranges. I don't know.
All right. Keanu Neo, any tips on going down in dosage? I was on 7.5 and was simply too much for me. Just went down to 5. Yeah,
that's perfect. I mean, you have to, everybody's different, and you have to listen to your body, and it's fine to go down. I've talked to several people who have been on 2.5 for their whole journey.
Yep.
Our friend Susie lost 2.5. She lost 50 pounds on 2.5. So I went all the way up to 12.5, and then I hit my goal weight, and then I started coming down. Currently, Christopher is on 15.
Yep.
So you really just have to see how your body reacts to the dosage. If you're having side effects like nausea or constipation, you might want to, adjust your dosage. Talk to your healthcare provider.
Let's see here. Mel, we're not going to do politics. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you. Typically the cities in North Carolina, so there's really 2 areas that vote Democrat and the rest of the state votes Republican. And the presidential elections, I mean, the state went for Trump, so we're not going to make any more commentary on that. Think Twice says, hi guys, have you heard about anything about Rosie O'Donnell being a spokesperson for GLP-1 advocating to lower the cost? Just curious. Awesome. So there's another YouTube channel called, I will not get the name right. It's these 5 ladies. I don't remember the name of it, but Rosie O'Donnell has been involved with their channel, and I know she's filmed a couple of things. I saw a thumbnail for one today and didn't have a chance to.
Is Rosie O'Donnell on a GLP-1?
Yeah, she has been. Yeah.
I missed that memo.
And they've had a couple of like B-list celebrities be on. I'll have to go back and find it, but
yeah. Well, I think the more
yeah,
people
she's
that
out
are
there, I
out there
know.
and talking about it, the better. I'm all for that. And we're all for lower costs because we pay out of pocket.
Mel, this is the mochi thing again. Well, I'm sure it'll come up. We're aware of it. We're following it. We've reached out to Mochi. Mochi has agreed to have their CEO have a conversation with us. So stay tuned.
Hopefully
It'll
we'll
be
have a video,
a
with
special
the CEO.
video episode, and maybe we can get to the bottom of it. Beyond that, I don't know what's true and what's not out there. It's hard to say.
Also, what do you think about taking the dose every 5 to 6 days instead of every 7, splitting the dose? I have heard people anecdotally doing that. Try it, see if it works for you. I had one lady who said she takes her dose, half a dose on Wednesday and half a dose on Sunday. Seems to work better for her.
So we actually have a
I've
calculator on the site. If you go to the resources page, that you can punch in when you're doing things and what you're doing, and it'll show you how the dosage, what's still in your body, because there's overlaps and things. That's pretty
if you're
interesting.
on one of the low doses, 5 or 6 days, might be okay. If you're on 15, why you want to do that? Like, are you like it? I think it just depends. But I have heard people splitting the dose into.
I don't know. I've thought of splitting to 7.5s.
Oh, do you want to tell them what you?
No, I do not. Barb,
it might be a cautionary tale.
No, it might be not.
All right.
Barb says health at any cost. I just got my med from Hallandale 2 days ago. Well, that's good, Barb. I mean, I think they're still delivering to some extent. Like I said, there's a lot to figure out with what's going on with Mochi and Hallandale. I know if you go look in the Mochi Run Facebook group, the CEO put a post out about it that they had split ways, and there's more information. Hallandale has said differing things, but I know they're not doing business moving forward anymore together. Beyond that,
I think if you tell Mochi your shipment from Hallandale is delayed, they might give you some of your money back.
Yep. Mink, I haven't seen you before.
Wait, you
Mink
skipped the one before Mink. Sorry, Mink.
Oh, did I?
Karen Deem.
Oh, sorry, Karen.
Karen Deem said, I would love to be someone to say I've lost 50 pounds. Congratulations. I've been on Ozempic 11 weeks and down 17 pounds. How can I lose more? I'm off insulin, however. Yay. Well, I mean, that's amazing. So 17 pounds is great for sure. Just keep going. Just keep going every week. It's 1 to 2 pounds a week is an average, and those losses will add up over time. And so you're in 11 weeks. Maybe when you get like us and you're 41 weeks in, you'll have a bigger number to report. Let us know.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of time. And then
you just have to keep going.
Just do, as Laraine says, all the things. So watch what you're eating. It's easy you can out eat these medicines, drink your water, all the things. So,
exercise.
And the other piece of it is Ozempic's cheaper, and there may be a reason your doctor wrote that, but the Zepbound Tirzepatide tends to move a bit faster for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mink, has anyone experienced chills and body temp drop on Zepbound? So yes. I'm always cold.
Oh, but always, like chills.
I get chills too all the time. I don't know that it's necessarily the medication. I don't know that it's necessarily the medication so much as the weight loss, but I'm not a doctor. So
well, yeah, and we are always cold now because we lost weight and we lost all our body fat.
I still have plenty, but Keanu Neo says, thanks for your answer. Keep up the great work, both of you, with your weight loss journey and these awesome videos. Thank you, Keanu.
I felt cold early in the journey, but no longer. Maybe your body adjusts to it. Maybe it evens out eventually. I don't know. Maybe after a year, maybe more.
Paul Lyons. Paul, good to see you, man.
Paul, we have an interview with Paul.
Yeah, there's an interview with Paul. If you haven't watched it, make sure you go and check it. He is an interesting fellow, is a part of the beef jerky factory. Anyway, he says, hi, guys. Looking good. I'm still on the way down since my interview with you. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Paul. Keanu Mink, I am feeling cold much more often than I was before I started. It's definitely noticeable. Thought it was just me, so appreciate your sharing. No, it's not just you.
And we're in North Carolina, and it's like 95 degrees here all the time, and I'm in long sleeves and jeans in the house because I'm cold.
Oh, think twice. You're helping me out. The Plus Size Z. Yes, that is the name of the channel.
I've listened to them.
Yeah.
Through Spotify.
Yeah, it's on YouTube too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like.
And they've got some kind of tie-in with Dave Knapp from On the Pen too, from the Man on Mounjaro, that he a lot of times will have a little promo for them.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I haven't watched that, but I just didn't have time to with Rosie O'Donnell. I know she's been on there a couple of times.
Another mochi question.
Denise, another mochi question. We'll answer it again just in case. We'll probably have to do it 4 or 5 more times.
We reached out to Mochi, asked them to come on our show and do an interview and talk about their situation with Hallandale. They said a tentative yes, but we don't have an interview date yet. So we hope to have an interview coming up very soon about that. A lot of he said, she said between Mochi Health and Hallandale. I don't know. I'm still sticking with Mochi Health until... I mean, I
can tell you that moving forward, Mochi's not going to be using Hallandale. So,
right.
I mean,
they have made that
ways.
Announcement. They have parted ways.
And they opened, I don't know if it's their own or they're part owners, or I don't know what the connection is with Akita.
Mochi owns Akita.
I was looking that up and I can't figure out if that's actually true, but maybe it is. They're definitely affiliated, but they're still using Red Rock because Akita doesn't deliver it everywhere.
Akita does not deliver to North Carolina, so my next shipment will come from Red Rock Pharmacy, which I've heard good things about Red Rock. I've never used them, so they mix their mixers up a little bit differently. So if you're going to take a 12.5 dose, you don't have to take it over 2 shots. You can anyway, it's based on how the compounding pharmacy mixes it up with the backwater and
all that.
We're now chemists and
think twice says Laraine LOL. Mink says it's an awful feeling for sure. Autonomic nervous system get affected and body temps drop. It is. Sometimes I just sit there cold.
Exercise. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big proponent of exercise. I will tell you, you do not have to exercise to lose weight on this medication.
And I'm not convinced that exercise helps weight loss. I am convinced it helps with your muscle and with your cardiovascular system. I'm not convinced it's making you lose weight any quicker.
Well, if exercise alone could have made
I'm not a doctor,
weight, it would have made me lose weight.
So you ran marathons and didn't lose weight.
I ran a couple half marathons. But yeah, you have to, I think it's good in combination. I think it's good for your mental health, for your physical health, for your heart, for your lungs, so you don't want to kill your spouse, like all those things. I think exercise is great for.
Let's see here. It's Darium. Hello, Darium. How are you doing, man? For the new folks, it seems like it takes forever to get the goal weight loss. And for the folks who have been on a while, they are like, we got here quickly. Be patient for yourself on this journey. Absolutely, Darium, man. I couldn't agree more. I think the advantage that we had that kind of shocked a lot of our friends is because we both work from home, and some of this happened when things were still people weren't out as much. We were actually out of the public eye for a long time, and then kind of showed up for a lot of people.
Well, we started over the fall and winter. So, and I went through Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and just steadily lost weight through all of those weeks. Like usually from Halloween to New Year's, I'd gain about 10 pounds every year. Just eating more. And this year I didn't. I just didn't want to eat or overeat. I ate little portions and was satisfied. What a concept.
Think Twice says, I take my Tirzepatide 25 units, 4th shot tomorrow. Trying for first time back of arm. Should I expect worse side effects? So far, lost 12 pounds. So first thing, 25 units is a measure of liquid that's in the syringe. It is not a measure of the dosage of the medication. So the dosage of the medication for Tirzepatide would be 25, 50, and so forth, right?
Yeah, so I think Twice is probably taking a compounded medication, and she's drawing it out with an insulin syringe. So make sure you read your directions on your package as to, I think this is probably maybe 2.5 milligrams is her
Yeah.
25 units.
Yep.
Just depends on how your compounding pharmacy mixes up your dose. But so she's on her 4th shot tomorrow, going to try the back of her arm. People report different side effects in different locations. So the locations you can inject in is your stomach, the back of your arm, or your thigh. So some people have claimed going to a different injection site restarts their weight loss. Some people say, oh, I got nauseous in the stomach and I didn't in the arm, or vice versa. My advice to you is to track, like get a spreadsheet. If you want to use mine, I've got one on our website, thedownsized.org. You can download a copy and put in what dose you're on, the date, where you injected, what side effects you had, how much weight you lost. So you can go back and say, oh, when I injected in the back of my arm, I felt nauseous, but when I injected in my stomach, I didn't feel nauseous. So it just helps to.
So I'll tell you, I have done the arm, I have done the stomach. I have not seen any difference whatsoever.
I've only done stomach
Whatsoever. I can tell I did not like the
yeah.
arm even a little bit, and it wasn't because of side effects or efficacy. It was because I thought it hurt.
Oh,
So I didn't like
I think you hit muscle too. You want to make sure you're injecting into fat.
Yeah.
Don't hit muscle with this stuff. Make sure you're injecting.
It'll still work. It just hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Durham says, "Oh, hey, Durham's." Deborah Aronson. Hello, Deborah. I thought you weren't going to play with us anymore. Just a note, doing great. But you're welcome to be here. Kimberly Collision. Hello from London. 10 weeks in.
Hello.
7.5 milligrams. Really no side effects except vivid dreams and great sleep.
That's
a good side effect.
I have heard a lot of people talk about vivid dreams with the GLP-1s.
Blood pressure is coming down, and I've lost 39 pounds now. That's a lot of weight in 10 weeks. Still a ways to go, but loving the process.
Awesome.
Let's see here.
Christopher's blood pressure has also. We throw confetti for you.
Yeah.
Yay. Christopher's blood pressure has also come down. He's worked with his doctor and cut his blood pressure medicine in half. We actually got a pill splitter. Talk to your doctor about that if you're feeling like your blood pressure medication might need adjusting, because it might. Where are we?
Back to where I was.
Okay.
Let's see. My administration is doing everything in our power to cut costs and put money back in their pockets so they can receive the medication they need to live healthy lives, said Governor Josh Shapiro. Thank you, Mr. Shapiro. That's that Pennsylvania thing. So that's good. Barb says, health at any cost. I'm always cold. I'm wearing a hoodie even now in 90-degree heat in Orlando.
Yeah.
Mink, please address some facts about compounded RX. Many doctors refuse to use them due to a few factors: purity, dosage, and units versus milligrams. Mink, if you haven't watched them, we have several videos that go into a great detail on that.
Yeah, compounding pharmacies are regulated by the state.
Yep, correct.
They've been around
since the beginning of pharmacies. Yeah,
been around forever. We've done. I'm tongue-tied. You can add to that.
So they're regulated by the state. They're mandated by the feds, 501A, 501B, the whole 9 yards. There's 2 different levels of them. Basically, the first one can do mass quantities and are regulated by the FDA. The second is the one that most people, the Hallandales and the Red Rocks, use is a B, or sorry, I have it reversed, is an A and a B. Yeah. And they are regulated by the state. So if you get it from Hallandale, it's regulated by the state of Florida. You may or may not think that's a great idea. I don't know. But they are being able to do this because the medications are in shortage, and the projections are they'll be in shortage, according to the CEO of Eli Lilly, probably until they have a pill form out, because they just can't build factories quick enough to keep up with demand. As far as safety goes, Eli Lilly is doing its best. We have a whole video on Eli Lilly's letter about all of this, where they really don't want you to buy from compounders, and they're saying all kinds of terrible things.
I mean, I'd love to buy the Zepbound pen that we have. These are the Zepbound and the Mounjaro pens. Same exact medication, just Zepbound's marketed for weight loss. Mounjaro's for type 2 diabetes. And then hand me the Tirzepatide vial. Oh. And then this is how this vial is empty, but we get the compounding in these little vials This one's from Hallandale, and it tells you on the box. Mine has usually said 10 units is 10.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But you pull it out in the insulin syringe based on what dosage you have. So milligrams versus units isn't really, or units versus milligrams. It tells you how to dose it for the amount that you need.
Local doctors not wanting to use compound pharmacies. There's a couple of interesting things there. Most local physicians use a local compounding pharmacy for many things. A lot of times you'll have children who need medications mixed for allergy reasons. They can't take it in a pill form because they can't swallow it, so they'll do a liquid. There's a lot of reasons that local compounding pharmacies exist. The larger, more national ones, the Hallandales and Red Rocks, a lot of doctors simply don't understand, so they don't know how to do that. And these medications are still very new. Honestly, I have a great physician and who is very actively involved in this conversation, but even he will tell you he's still learning.
I saw him at the gym today. Yeah, I saw your doctor at the gym today.
I think there's just a lot of education that's going to happen here. Fortunately, if you want to do a compounded, keep your local physician aware that he doesn't have to write, or he or she does not have to write the prescription for you. You can go through a Mochi, an IV, whoever.
I mean, if your insurance covers it and you can get this at CVS for $25, do that. If you can't, maybe the compounding route is the better option.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's some great telehealth options out there right now. Let's see here. Mel Bethel says, FYI, the Downsized is a non-GLP audience. You're doing great work. Very relatable. Can't wait to see our Aussie made in a few months. Great interview. Christopher, well, he's actually on that now. So, I mean, you can go watch his interview right now.
Yeah.
It came live this week. And he's fabulous. CC says mine comes from Red Rock and I've had no problems.
Is a good one.
Think twice. Same here in Arizona. It's been
113 degrees.
Oh, good Lord, that's warm.
They say it's a dry heat in Arizona.
We will be in Phoenix in the fall. So,
yeah.
Christine Mangan says, "Hi there. I've been watching your videos for a while now. Just want to say that I appreciate the effort you both put into your videos. Thank you, Christine." Think Twice says 2.5. Yeah, videos. I think so too. Mm-hmm. Think Twice says 2.5 milligrams. Good. So that's the dose. If you were to get the Zepbound Mounjaro, that's the dose that they would prescribe to you. The unit measure is just really the liquid and how it was measured, the total that they tell you to pull out in the syringe.
Yep.
Think Twice says, going to your website today. Thank you. I'm so new to this, but it has been life-changing so far. We couldn't agree more. And we're actually in the process. I think, what is today's date now?
Sage, educated sage.
So I made this crazy statement about on the 12th that we were going to do 30 videos in 30 days. So we're almost halfway there. So keep watching because there's a lot of videos coming.
Yeah, we recorded a video yesterday. I guess it'll go live next week about top questions we get asked and our answers to the questions. So stay tuned for that.
Michael Clanton says, having a hard time getting my DEXA appointment. They will call back. There's a lot of DEXA places. I'm not sure where you live, Michael. Or you told me. I don't remember. I don't remember. But look around. There's a lot, and they're like, DEXA and a lot of the weight loss clinics have them. I know Laraine just interviewed the lady from A Little Less Lisa. If any of you watch her YouTube channel, she did one. And the round mound of Zepbound Charles that we interviewed a couple of weeks ago also did one, and they thought it was cool. Certainly gives you a lot more detail than the daily scales do. You got that one, Laraine?
Oh no.
What's that?
Deb Zimmerman says, hello from Vegas. Love seeing James' great interview. Found something that causes even more loss of appetite than my Zepbound. It's called COVID. Boo. Sorry. Stick with the pen, guys. It's a better choice. I mean, I'd love to stick with the pen, but it's more expensive. So, but yeah, I'm sorry, Deb, that you have COVID. I hope you're taking care of yourself and, just eat whatever you can, really. Make sure you're eating something.
Michael Clinton, how about the, I assume, barcode for delivery temperature tracking? I've seen them talking about that, and I think it's cool. I don't know that it's rolled out yet. There's some advanced technology they can barcode, and you can figure out whether the thing's gone above temperature or whatever. I mean, the reality of it is they're all shipping with ice. As long as you're not leaving it out in the Arizona heat, you should be fine. And all of these medications have a shelf life outside of refrigeration, so it shouldn't be an issue, but I'm not going to say it never is.
Well, and mine comes FedEx, so I also have a FedEx account. Anyone can open a FedEx account, and when you do that, you can set it up so that you get a text message when your medication has shipped and when it has arrived. So I get the text message, I run outside, I grab it off the porch, and it's mine has always arrived cold. So
here's an opportunity for you to do your math again.
Any idea was considered slow weight loss? I lost only 6 pounds in 4 weeks. So you're
right on track.
A week.
A little more than a pound a week.
You're doing it right. I mean, yeah, it's slow, and you're like, oh, I'm paying all this money, and I only lost 6 pounds, and I've done that on I can do that on any diet. Just keep going. Just keep going. You might want to move up next week to the 5.0, talk with your doctor. But really that's average. It's working for you. Congratulations. You're in the 90% of people that this medication works for. Just keep going.
And let's think about that for a minute, because the reality of diets is it's easy to lose 5 pounds in 6 weeks once.
Yeah.
The way this works 40 weeks in is you should consistently be losing weight the whole time. You don't get diet fatigue. You don't go, oh my God, I've got to go eat an entire pizza.
You can't.
You
physically can't.
This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah.
Vicky. So compounded tirzepatide here with syringe, 10 units. What is the equivalent to the 2.5 I read about so much? And what would be my units be if I were to titrate up? So that's not actually enough information for us to know. So on your package, it should tell you how much actual tirzepatide is in. So it should give you that information, or there's more information that the math could be done. I can't tend, because what happens is it's like a recipe, right? So you take, I don't know, I'll use a bigger measure, a gallon of water, and you put a quart of medicine into it, and then you can figure out the proportions. I don't know what
So the way that Hallandale mixed it up for me is that
it was 1 for 1.
Right. So the starting dose of 2.5 milligrams was 25 on the syringe. 5 milligrams was 50 on the syringe. 7.5 was 75 on the syringe, and so on. Now, if you get your medication from Red Rock Compounding Pharmacy, it's different. It's a smaller quantity of liquid equals the dose. So I don't know what that is, because I haven't gotten that yet. But that's and what would mean my units if I were to titrate up? So if you're on 2.5, your next dose is 5. So it goes 2.5 and then 5, 7.5, 10, 12.
So theoretically, 15. with very limited information, if 10 is 2.5, then 20 would be 5.
Makes sense.
But talk to them. We are not doctors. We are not pharmacists. Please.
Read the box. Read the box again. Give it to your significant other. Have them read the box.
Call the pharmacy. Yeah. But theoretically, if I remember my basic elementary school math. David Harrison says, hello, I've been searching for good info on GLP-1s, and you guys are the most helpful. Thank you very much. Thank you, David. Good to have you here, man.
Dave Harrison. Thanks. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Think Twice says GLP-1s have become a movement. Things are going to definitely change. I mean, I couldn't agree more. I say it all the time. I think once you start taking a GLP-1 and you realize the relief of the food noise and the success that happens, your mindset changes, your agency changes, the power that you feel changes.
I can do this.
And
I can, I'm losing weight. I'm going, I can do this.
Still there's a very small percentage of people still taking this in the US compared to those that are obese. So you're looking at 40 to 50% of the US population are obese. And gets higher in other countries and lower in other countries. That kind of number with a change of mindset could change the world.
Yes, we're here to change the world.
Mink, if you did math costs, when it comes to Ozempic, it is much cheaper to get 8 mil pen and watch your clicks versus pay fees and compound RX if you were paying out of your pocket. And on the Ozempic, you just gotta do what's right for you. And there's all kinds of math going on there for sure.
Compounded semaglutide is generally less expensive than compounded tirzepatide,
Mm-hmm.
but the compounded tirzepatide works better, like 30% weight loss versus body weight, 30% of your body weight loss versus 20%. So approximately. Anyway,
Yep.
She wants to, yeah.
Oh yeah, and we'll definitely follow up with him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Let's see. Mel Bethlehem, you heard that the Lilly and Novo stocks were down. Absolutely, they were down a good bit. Viking announced pretty big announcements about what was basically a competitor for Tirzepatide, as well as some pills in phase 3. So that's super cool. And their stocks were down. I mean, Dave Knapp was talking about it. He hopped on and did a quick little video.
Eli
I think
Lilly's
8% at one
price
point
was like $800.
Oh yeah, well I mean,
and when people say, "Oh, you're gonna have to stay on this forever," well, short answer is yes. But these other companies are racing to get a piece of this pie, racing to develop these GLP-1 medications. So there's so many things coming down the pipeline. So a year from now, 5 years from now, it could be a completely different landscape as to what medications we take for maintenance.
Absolutely. But Barb says mink slow responders are considered not losing 5% of your weight in 12 weeks on 10 to 12.5 milligram dosage. So you're doing well.
Barb knows stuff.
Yep. And if you haven't watched Barb's interview, she has done every weight loss and lost.
She's lost 200 pounds twice.
Mm-hmm.
She also has a blog called Health at Any Cost. Healthy at Any Cost. So check that out. It's got some great information on there.
Alyssa Tate, I feel like I'm losing at turtles. Turtles, and my APRN has added to Pimerate. I don't know what that is. I'm taking Ozempic due to A1C, yeah. And I was hoping for a little faster results when starting this journey.
Everyone wants fast results.
Yeah, and it sounds like you have other things going on. So take your time, do it right, be as healthy as possible, communicate with your physician. I mean, there's a lot going on there.
1 to 2 pounds a week. 1 to 2 pounds a week is what you want to do. And it may feel like you're a turtle. I know the term turtle is something I hear a lot in Weight Watcher groups. They're the turtle weight loss. But again, the turtle slow and steady wins the race. So, keep going. It adds up. Things are happening. So keep going.
I can tell you all the research that I've seen is the faster you lose, the more likely you are to gain it back.
That's what they say.
So, it's that would be worse, right? That would be.
I mean, I've lost weight fast. Cabbage soup diet, 10 pounds in a week. I've lost weight slow. Weight Watchers, half a pound to a pound a week. This is unlike any other weight loss diet. It's not really a diet plan. You don't have to eat any particular food.
Well, it's not a diet at all. It's a treatment
for
a disease. Okay. It is a medical intervention.
All right. But, I've been dieting since age 12. So.
And how's that worked out for you?
It has not worked out for me at all until now, until GLP-1 medications. So yeah, it's just that mindset that every woman that has this problem probably has. So anyway.
Well, but I mean, it's understanding that these are medications designed to treat a disease versus a diet is huge. And it has huge implications.
I have to remember that. I forget that sometimes.
Because it's not a trick.
No. Well, I mean,
I see this
on the medication. Aren't you cheating if you're using a medication?
Well, we're not cheating.
No, because obesity is a disease. It's not your fault. We're built different, us folks with the disease of obesity. Okay, so our brains are missing. Was it a peptide hormone?
Actually, your gut is missing. But
something's missing that doesn't tell the stomach. The brain's not getting the message that the stomach is full. Okay, so when you take these GLP-1 medications, now your brain's getting the message, like when it was supposed to be all along. And you're like, oh, I've eaten like 5 bites of food and I feel full. Who knew it was supposed to happen that way?
That's exactly right. Let's see here. Barb, who has diabetes and has a lot of these same things, is telling Alyssa that's all important to work on, and you're doing that. You know, she started at 9 and now down to 5.1, which is pretty
Barb,
huge.
you're doing great.
You're doing great. Mink, is anyone that has an insight to statistic? Are 85% people stopping GLP-1? This doesn't sound promising. So we actually did a story on that in the news, I don't know, last week or the week before. Take a look at that. That research was done, as I recall, by one of the big PBMs, and it was research that lacked a lot of depth. So it didn't say,
why they stopped.
It didn't say why you stopped. So maybe you couldn't afford it. Maybe you met your weight.
Maybe they told them to stop.
They stopped covering it, so it was too bad. You have to stop. Maybe you switched medications and went from Ozempic to Zepbound.
Yeah.
There was a lot of reasons that they couldn't go into, and given that the PBMs have actively discouraged taking this, I honestly think that's why they released it.
Well, and I just think you should expect to be on some small dose of this for the long term, if not forever. So that's it's just going to be how it is until something else comes along.
Yeah. So go look at it, and I think the link for that study is actually, I'm pretty sure it is in the description for that video, but we did a whole story on it. So if you're not catching our weekly news, we do it. It comes out every Monday. It's usually 5 or 6 stories going on. So Pennsylvania, the PBM will get picked up, of course, today. Probably the stock price will get picked up. A lot of good stuff that we film. Melissa, Barb at Health at Any Cost says Topamax is not helpful. What?
Alyssa.
That's what I said, Alyssa. Is not helpful with A1C without phentermine. That's more medicine than I know, Barb.
I took phentermine once my doctor prescribed it as a weight loss medication, and I thought I was going to jump out of my skin. Like it's like speed. It's like, wah! Let's clean the house. Let's run a mile. Yeah, not for me.
Yep.
Barb says, I swear some of those stats about quitting are because we've moved to compounding. Probably. So we're not buying it at the CVS and the Walgreens anymore. They think we quit, but we just moved to Mochi, or we moved to an online provider, and they don't.
So, but you can take a look at the data and how they pulled it and where they pulled it from. It's there's just a lot of opportunities to go a little deeper, and I don't know that the PBMs are really all up for that. Mink says, my doctor plans to put me on biweekly shots after 12 months. Has anyone been on this regimen?
Yeah, so, it's all...
Well, so Lorraine's on maintenance now, so she's reached her goal weight. So yay, Laraine.
Yay me. So my plan was I got up to 12.5, hit my goal weight, and then I said, well, let me come back down through the dosages and see how I feel. So I did 10 weeks on 10 milligram. No, not 10. 4 weeks on 10 milligram. And then I stepped down again and did 4 weeks on 7.5. And then last week I stepped down again to 5. I think this is my second week of 5. I kind of get I can kind of hear the food a little bit calling to me here and there. I've maintained my weight pretty much within a couple pounds. I don't know if I could go 2 weeks. I saw one lady on Facebook today that takes a 10 milligram shot every 3 weeks. And that was a new one for me. I hadn't heard of that one. Mm-hmm. I've heard of people taking 5 milligrams.
There's not a ton of research
every
on
2
maintenance.
Weeks. I've heard of 5 milligrams every 4 weeks. I think you have to test it out for yourself and see what works for your body. And I asked the lady on Facebook, I said, why did you do 10 milligrams every 3 weeks? And she goes, well, when I hit my goal weight, I was at 10. So I just stretched my shot out longer. That's a good reason. Isn't it?
I think we're all still figuring that out. That plan doesn't sound like the worst plan in the world, I'll tell you. Yeah, I think you just have to try it.
Some doctors say, oh, well, when you hit your goal weight, then you're done and you go off it. No, doctors, that's not how this works. Because this isn't a cure. This is a treatment. So.
Oh, and Alyssa and Barb are having a great conversation around her whole fender. I mean, that's more than I know anything to do with medicine. Our DSC, it says, how do you manage Zepbound injections with traveling to protect from heat? So there's a couple of things. Hold on, let me grab something.
So we're doing some traveling coming up. So we've bought some little travel cases for our pens.
I'll actually probably, after we do our stuff, we bought a little travel case, and there's a bunch of them on Amazon.
I think there's one on our website.
This is the one that's on our website. So you can put vials or pens in here. You can put your supplies.
That's an ice pack, right?
It's a full ice pack.
So you freeze that.
That you pull out.
Then you put your pen into.
You can put your pen in here. Put your vial in there. It doesn't matter.
And you can take these through
TSA. According to the Amazon listing, they're TSA approved.
People have done it.
I was waiting to use it until we do a review on it, because
Yeah.
But here's the other thing: as long as you're keeping it room temperature and it's not overheating, I definitely would not put it in a checked bag. It'll get hot into the plane, and it'll be banged around a lot, which can cause some problems. But theoretically, according to Eli Lilly, these all have a 28-day shelf life out of refrigeration.
Right. So they can be at room temperature for 28 days.
Yeah.
I think it's what it says in the instructions. So,
let's see here. Don Kowalski says, I took my first shot 7 weeks ago today. I'm down 19.5 pounds and feeling great. For me, this medication makes it easy to intermittent fast, eat in certain time frames each day.
Intermittent fasting.
Hold on. Here, let's give Don
That's a super great weight loss, Don, and congratulations. A little fast, but that's okay. Intermittent fasting, I try to get protein. I think protein is very important. We haven't talked about protein today. So I try to get between 80 and 100 grams of protein a day. And I find if I don't eat breakfast, or call it intermittent fasting, and don't eat till 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I can't hit that protein goal. So I really need 30 grams of protein at breakfast, 30 grams at lunch, 30 grams at dinner. If I'm short somewhere, maybe I'll grab a Greek yogurt with 15 grams. We also got a Ninja Creamy, which we're making, mix up some protein powder, some Fairlife milk, some Jello sugar-free pudding, and you freeze it overnight and you whip it up, and it's like a delicious ice cream kind of treat.
Yeah, low calorie,
and it has
high protein
in it. So anyway, I just think the protein is important, so make sure you're hitting your protein goals.
Alyssa, Health at Any Cost, thanks. Health at Any Cost, Barb says, remind diabetics about splitting doses. Diabetics, we absolutely love you to be a part of this, but remember, you got to take care of yourself and your insulin, and some of these things are about weight loss and not about diabetics. So please,
we're not
doctors. I don't, as far as I know, nobody on here is a doctor.
No.
Barb was a midwife. Let's see here. Mom of 7. You got that, Laraine?
Yeah. She says, my doctor discouraged me from going longer than 2 weeks apart. Yeah. I mean, I would think it would lose effectiveness. I do have a really good friend locally who takes, I think, 2.5 once a month, and she's been able to maintain it. So I think it just depends on the person, honestly. But I think longer than 2 weeks, you're going to lose the level of medicine in your body.
Mink says, I'm not on Zepbound due to weight, but PCOS and insulin resistance. So I was just curious, what does long-term regimen look like for most patients when all the weight has been lost? That's a great question, and I think we're all figuring it out together.
Yeah.
Wood Kirky says, I have lost 79 pounds since December 2023 and feel like a spokesperson for Tirzepatide. Will you get some confetti for sure?
Yay! I give a little and tell them to watch the Downsized. Starting weight 280, current weight 201. Also in North Carolina. That's awesome. That's fast, right? 70 pounds in 7 months.
Yeah, that's
70, almost 80 pounds. Like,
we need to get you on for an interview, Wood Kirky.
Send us an email, ldurham@folio28.com. Come on and tell us all the things you did so everyone will know. Dawn says she eats every day. Wait.
I put your email up so Wood Kirky could write it down.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry, Dawn. To be clear, I eat every day. Thank you. I have bone broth packed with protein mid-morning. Excellent. Thank you.
Oh, Michael Clanton says, I do a 12-hour fast if 12 hours qualifies.
I mean, yeah, if you eat dinner, you stop at 7 and then you have breakfast at 7, that's 12 hours. That's fine.
What I tell people is I don't want to discourage you from what you think is going to be working for you. I think the challenge of a lot of the things that are out there is they're holdovers from a toxic diet culture that didn't work to begin with. So whether it be carnivore or cabbage soup or whatever, and there's all these things. And I encourage people, particularly when they're starting these medications, to start it with a normal diet and eat normal food from the grocery store, eat fresh meat,
But
fresh
what's normal?
stuff you can buy off the shelves from the perimeter of the grocery store. Whole meat, chicken, beef, pork, fish, real vegetables, and try and get as much of your nutrition from real food
Makes
and not
sense.
powders and potions.
I mean,
And if
I
you
love a
need to
protein
add
shake.
other things back in and try whatever, then so be it. But I encourage you to just build a habit that you can maintain the rest of your life, because that's how we
advice.
keep the weight off.
Good advice.
Don Kowalski says also use the protein, Premier Protein you recommend each day, either as a breakfast or as an afternoon snack.
Yeah, I put mine. That's great, Don. Thanks for your comment. I put some in my coffee, and it's a little less Lisa.
Your ears must have been burning, Lisa.
Little less Lisa tells me she also puts Premier Protein shake in her coffee in the morning. So let me ask a question for people who do that. Do you think that that ever causes you any weight loss stall, or should we not do that every day? Do you think maybe, because I don't know.
I think you have to remember there's calories there.
Well, and I don't know if I'm lactose intolerant, but I kind of think maybe a little bit. And I think maybe that's building up on me. We're going on a cruise coming up, and I'm not taking any Premier Protein shakes with me because I don't think they'd let me on the boat with them anyway.
No, they won't.
And I'm going to see if that kind of, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
So Laraine did a great interview with a little less Lisa. If you haven't looked at her channel, please go check her out. She's in New York and on the compounded Tirzepatide journey as well. Hers will come up in a couple weeks, I think. I don't remember exactly how many we have scheduled, but will be up pretty soon. Linda Bookmiller, Laraine.
I use Red Rock, and they are on the same dosages as others until you get to higher dosages. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks, Linda. I'm on 7.5 and do 75 units, but I understand higher dosages will be mixed at a higher concentration. Well put. Yes, because when I did 12.5, I had to do 10 or 100 units out of one shot and then do a second shot with 25. And I was like, I don't want to do 2 shots. It was traumatic, but I got over it. I did it.
Yep. Deb says, hi, Lisa. Looking forward to your interview. Michael Clanton says, skinny fatsy. Michael must have watched a little less Lisa. Lisa has a whole video about her DEXA scan that she did. If you haven't seen that, it's interesting. Yeah. Go check it out. She says, I assume referring to the Premier Protein.
Premier Protein. Yeah. Okay.
Mom of 7 says, can you share your favorite Ninja Creamy recipes? Maybe that is another video idea.
I mean, we don't use recipes in this house, especially, well, because he cooks and he doesn't use recipes. So I started with the booklet that came with the Ninja Creamy. I think we put a recipe booklet on
there's a couple. They're like $2
website,
or something. Somebody
bought
a couple
ideas.
of them.
But basically, if you're using all high protein ingredients, like Fairlife milk has more protein than regular milk, scoop of protein powder, Greek yogurt, we put in that sugar-free Jell-O pudding, a tablespoon for the creaminess. We've really been experimenting with it. And my 2 girls, they've got the containers full of stuff all the time. So I've only mixed up, I think, about 3 so far, and we've had it for maybe a month.
Yeah. I've got one down there that I used the leftover coffee this morning, some chocolate pudding mix, scoop of protein powder, and a tablespoon of honey.
Oh yeah, because you saw somebody do that.
Yeah, I was
online.
reading that the honey, there's some, good properties to honey, but apparently the colloid nature of it makes it a little clean.
And this is a man who does not like protein powders.
No, I'm not a fan of protein powders.
But we do like a nice protein packed ice creamy kind of treat.
But there's there's a bunch, and we could probably do a video on it. It wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
You just have to write stuff down. And you know, if any of you have seen Laraine talk about cottage cheese, she loves it. No, she doesn't. And there's a lot of cottage cheese recipes where they blend it and use that as the dairy in it.
Yeah,
So you get
I watched one lady, it's the lady that yells at you on TikTok. She's like, "Of course it's good because I made it." And she was making stuff in the Ninja Creamy, and she used cottage cheese. I was like, "Oh," but people do like it.
when it's blended, it doesn't have that consistency. Think twice. Do you have any experience with hair loss as a side effect? Well, I have a lot of experience with hair loss, but it was before.
He had a full head of hair before starting Mounjaro. No,
No, I did not.
No, he was like, "That's when I met him."
I'm
20
sure
years
I
ago.
have, but I couldn't tell you.
So I've lost some hair, and I think anytime you have rapid weight loss when it's over 1 or 2 pounds a week, rapid, you're gonna lose some hair. And I had a lot of hair to start with, so you can't really tell. But I feel like my hair is coming back. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm using better shampoos. I'm using more conditioner. I'm washing my hair less, so I only wash my hair like once every 3 or 4 days. I changed the brush that I use to a more gentle brush. I sleep on a silk or satin pillowcase. I put my hair back in a satin scrunchie. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I try to just keep my hair. And sometimes I don't blow it dry or less heat styling. It's, just I do color my hair. I'm never gonna stop doing that. So but yeah, there's
a lot of people that swear
common.
protein helps a lot. Collagen helps.
Or does it help? I don't know.
I don't
Biotin,
know.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's things you can try.
Yeah. Heather Pauline says, "Hey,
Heather,
hello."
She's one of our biggest fans.
Hello,
hey,
Heather Pauline. Thank you. Alyssa Tate says, "I watched a YouTube channel where a person used the Premier Protein Shake for the Ninja Creamy mix. I thought that might be quick and easy to try. You could put anything in there and try it."
I don't like to. So the Premier Protein shakes are kind of expensive. And so I think it's cheaper to use a scoop of protein powder, any one that you like, and the Fairlife milk. I just think that comes out to be a little cheaper. But you can definitely just pour that.
And my older daughter likes fruity things, so she uses a lot of frozen fruit in that.
Yeah.
And she's figured out you can do frozen canned pineapple and coconut milk, I think.
We don't have coconut milk.
Or what did she get? She got something that's one of the, I don't know. And basically make a Dole Whip, though.
She was trying to make a Dole Whip. She looked up a recipe online.
Oh, let's see here. Premier Protein Chocolate Plus Coffee over Ice Cream. My favorite AM pick me up. I've been using the Vital Protein Collagen, seeing better nails and hair. I've seen a lot of people that swear by the collagen.
Protein. I can't really get into it, but I'm glad it's working for you. And I see one guy who gets he goes to Starbucks and he gets 2 shots of espresso over ice, and then he takes out his Premier shake and he dumps it in and stirs it up, and he has his protein coffee.
Let's see here. Educated Sage, using a fat percentage goal. My goal weight has changed once again. I am now 8 pounds away from new goal of 160. Total loss at present 52 pounds. Fat percentage is 38. New goal is 35. That's a lot of numbers, dude.
No, that's good though. So they're just adjusting. So I was trying to get to 156, and then I got there. Yay. And then I said, I think I want to get to 150. And then I got there and I maintained that for a minute. And I'm like, you know what? I really think I should be like 145. So now I'm floating between.
I was just looking to see what my fat percentage was. I have no idea.
Mine's pretty good. Like I'm just naturally like a muscular person. My body fat is, I'm not going to say because it'll make people feel bad, but it's in the athletic range. But I have a more muscle than most people, just normally. My daughter's the same way, very muscular legs. I did the 23andMe genetic test, which Christopher was like outraged that I
wasn't outraged. I just thought it was a waste of money.
And the only thing that it came back about my genetic makeup was that I had the kind of muscle that was good for it would develop very quickly. Like it was, I have to look.
Okay. I don't remember
I
that.
don't remember. Like I would be good if I was like a sprinter or like a quick runner kind of. I don't remember. Anyway, I don't know why I brought that up.
But my BMI is down below 30, so 29.6. So that's good. If you haven't watched the video I did about BMI and the new recommendations from Europe on a different way to do it, and a lot of people haven't. That one hasn't gotten as good a viewership because it's kind of wonky and dry. But check it out.
And everybody hates BMI anyway, so everybody's looking for something to do.
It is a much more robust
BMI.
way to look at weight and obesity and healthiness.
Yeah.
That I think is an interesting thing. And then their methodology could dramatically change the way doctors treat it and the way insurance companies and PBMs
We're all for that.
Pay for it. So I'd be all
Anything
there
to get our meds paid for.
Yeah. Brian
Brian
Montes, happy to tune into live finally. Hello, Brian. Good to see you. Brian's 11 pounds down on Tirzepatide. Good
Excellent.
for you.
Good job.
Heather says she's taking a leisurely treadmill walk while I listen to you guys.
Okay, so Heather, up your incline. You're supposed to do not flat, do a little bit of incline. It's supposed to be better.
And Heather has a channel too, right, Heather?
I think she does. Yeah. Yeah.
Heather, we need to get you on to do an interview. All right. So has it been an hour? Hello, it's been right at an hour.
Yeah. Oh, we can't stop talking because Heather Pauline is listening to us while she's walking.
Oh, for sure.
I like to do that too. I like to listen to podcasts or different things, like when I'm getting ready in the morning, or no incline here. All right, do what you want, Heather. I'm not an exercise professional. I like to listen to podcasts when I'm getting ready in the morning, when I'm driving somewhere, like I put it through the radio. When I'm at my desk, maybe doing something that doesn't require a lot of brain focus, cleaning or something like that. So I think it's good to get information from different people, and you take pieces of everything and put it into what's right for you, because you're the expert on you.
Very good. Let's see here. She says no way. She's not doing an incline. Brian says, I talked to my doctor at the VA hospital and I'm hoping they can get Zepbound covered for me soon. You got a good chance. I'll tell you, my brother, who he doesn't watch, so he won't know this.
Christopher has a twin brother.
I have a twin brother who looks nothing like me.
They don't look alike.
Just started on Semaglutide, on Ozempic, or Wegovy, I guess.
Compounded.
And he works for a defense contractor, so he actually gets things through the VA. And he has, I think he got
a hell of a deal
at a really good price. I don't remember what it was. And he's doing well with it.
Yeah.
And he could have gotten the Tirzepatide at a good price too, but the Semaglutide was a lot cheaper. Mm-hmm. Terry Wygat says, I just love watching you guys down 50 since August 21st,
awesome.
2023.
Coming up on your 1 year.
Yeah.
There, Terry, good job.
All right. Good job, Terry.
This is going to be the thumbnail. Christopher always likes to catch me in my weirdest faces to put on our thumbnails for our videos.
It's because people stop. People go, hey, what's going on?
Who's that weird lady face? What's she making a weird face for today?
Terry says, go Tirzepatide.
Yes, Tirzepatide.
Woodkirky says, NC Medicaid will cover GLP-1 as of 8/1/2024 for obesity. Well,
really?
That'd be good.
That's cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Which...
Don Kowalski says, you two are just adorable. That's what I go for. I'm adorable. I try.
My nephews, the brothers, the Will Ferrell, the stepbrothers, they do the family. So every time we do a family portrait, my nephews do this.
So it's like the old Sears or JCPenney's portraits.
My sister and I have took these kind of like glamour shots things in the 80s, and our hair. It's like, you see those pictures of the girls with the giant hair. So yeah, I love big hair. I'm waiting for big hair to come back. I probably won't have any hair by the time that happens.
Dawn says, love that. So
and my sister, P.S., is a skinny little thing, and I know she's not watching this, but yeah,
we love her. It's okay.
We do. But it just shows you how two siblings can be born to the same parents and grow up in the same household And I was always the chunky one, and she was always the skinny one. And we ate the same foods, and we did the same. We both swam year-round swim team, and we both did all the sports. And yeah, so it's a disease.
Erica Gilbert says 24 down since April 24th.
That's quick.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's see here, Erica. Boop.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
That's awesome. So a couple of things going on for us, as we've mentioned before. We love to cruise, and we're actually going to leave for a cruise on Saturday. So if you want to rob our house, feel free.
No, Olga will be here. I'm having a hot flash. No, we have someone coming to cat sit.
Yeah, we got to take care of the kitty. We'll be on it. So I'm actually going to try and live stream a little bit from the cruise ship, not one of these formal ones. So it'll just be on the phone. But so if you see us pop up, say hello. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try and see.
And you can see what we're eating on the.
Yeah, and we'll definitely do some stuff about, traveling.
So I'm going to take my shot on Saturday. We're going to take a shot on Saturday morning, and then we're driving to Florida on Saturday, and then the cruise leaves on Sunday. So, and then the cruise ends on Thursday. We get back on Thursday. We'll drive home, and then do you want to tell them when our live will be?
Oh, so next Thursday we'll push back the live to 9:00 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, just in case we're not home.
Just in case we're not home, or I need to take a nap or whatever, because it's about a 7 or 8 hour drive, I think. But we'll come back and fire up the computer and talk to you guys. But we will be back for that on Thursday, and then we'll have videos out every day this week because I'm doing 30 in 30 days.
He's crazy, man.
I don't know. Sometimes you just set goals.
Heather says documenting on my channel on Zepbound Tirzepatide, 19 weeks and down 30. Exactly. That's awesome. Good for you, Heather. Keep going. Yay! We throw confetti for you. Yay!
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have our next live next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Check out the downsized.org website. We also got a newsletter or a mailing list you can sign up for. We haven't sent out any newsletters yet.
But we will.
But if you want to be on the initial inaugural send out of the newsletter, make sure you sign up for that. And
Alyssa Tate says, have fun. Erica Gilbert says, I've enjoyed your channel very much. Thank you, Erica. Heather Pauline says, oh, that sounds fun. I need a vacation so bad.
Me too, girl.
Mom of 7 says, have fun. I'm camping in my RV next week.
Yeah, and I've seen a picture of that RV.
She has a big RV.
That's nice.
She has a lot of kids. We actually have 2 camping trips scheduled right now.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing some camping when we visit
We have a tow behind trailer. So yeah,
when we visit our daughters. So we have 2 daughters, both going to college at different colleges, of course, because, that's just how we roll around here. And so we're going to go to one parent's weekend and pull the camper up and stay in the camper. And then for the other one,
we camp around on a lake. It's going to be awesome. The other one's in the mountains.
Yeah.
So Don Kowalski, seriously, thank you for the amazing work you're doing. Congratulations to everyone on their progress, space, and grace to each at their own weight loss place. That's a good rhyme.
Yeah. Give yourself some grace.
Absolutely. So, Barb, health at any cost. So good to see everyone tonight. Have fun and be healthy. Barb, we're thinking about you.
Thanks, Barb.
Thank you very much. So did we hit everything?
There's one more comment there at the bottom. Mel Bethel.
Mel Bethel says you'll be in my neck of woods, downtown Fort Lauderdale.
Going out of Port Canaveral.
We're going out of Port Canaveral in September. We're actually doing 2 cruises in a row.
Yeah.
One on Carnival and one on MSC.
Yeah, we kind of did that
out of
Miami.
And then in February of next year, we have 2 out of Fort Lauderdale, one on Celebrity and one on Royal Caribbean.
You do?
Yeah. Because my kids will be at college, and I can work as long as I've got internet. I can work.
We're downsizing on all the things. We're downsizing because our children are going to college.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say? You're going to clean out the pantry when they go and reorganize it?
Might buy a new couch.
Yeah, we need a new couch.
Yeah.
I need to redo their bathroom.
David Harrison says, enjoy your cruise. Fantastic cruise.
Thanks, guys.
Mel Bethel says, now I will tell you, I'm thinking maybe in the fall we get out and kind of see if we can't meet some of you guys. I know there's a good little cluster of people in New York. There's some clusters in Florida.
We love New York.
maybe we do
Always
some
looking
trips
for
and,
an excuse to go to
go do
NYC.
some meetups and have some
Yeah.
stuff with people.
Oh, Cape Canaveral. Oh yeah. Oh, maybe we could
Swing by and see
swing by
Barb.
We're actually spending the night in Jacksonville because I didn't want to drive the whole way at one shot because his driving is bad.
That's not true. She's very. Have you seen those memes where the guy's sitting there going, "Thank God I got married because before I was married, I kept running into people and couldn't find a place
I don't
to
know
park."
how he drove before he met me.
Mhm.
I don't know how he didn't, Anyway. Oh, San Diego. So I love San Diego. So my grandparents lived in San Diego when I was growing up. They've since passed away, but they lived near La Jolla. Beautiful area, gorgeous. I still have some relatives out that way in El Cajon. So, yeah. How do we?
So
get
yeah, I
to
don't.
San
We
Diego?
haven't made any plans yet, but I'm thinking we love to travel. So if we can
We can
leverage some of this,
figure it out. It's
yeah.
a business expense. We're going to Arizona in
Phoenix.
October for our other business.
For my real job, yeah.
For our business, the Velocity Institute. If you're interested, velocityinstitute.org.
Yeah,
You can see
has
what
nothing
we
to do with this.
really do for what we really do. Mel's laughing at you, Christopher.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
what it
because
is.
he's a bad driver.
It's.
And he says, "Well, you can drive," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to drive." Sometimes I drive.
With the way she jumps, you'd think I'd had an accident in the last 20 years. How many accidents have I had in the last 20 years? None.
Biff Tosh.
None.
I'll be looking down, doing something or reading or doing, and all of a sudden it's like slam on brakes.
Love you.
Thanks for watching,
Isabel
guys.
Medina says, enjoy your cruise. Have fun. Thank you guys for joining us again this week. We will be back next week at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Got a lot of great videos coming up if you haven't watched the ones that have been out the last few days, but we're doing 30 in 30 days. So it's not going to stop. There's going to be a lot more stuff.
So we have to do some more videos.
Yeah.
If you guys want to put in comments or like send us a note or something on videos you'd like to see us do, because after a while I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over. But there's so many new people coming up and moving through the process that let us know what you'd like to see a video about.
Absolutely. And if you'd like to do an interview, reach out to Laraine. All right. Thank you very much for joining us for the Downsized Live. I'm Christopher Durham.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And we're done.
Bye.